Your life experience, good or bad, is a gift when you share it with others. At Taxi Chronicles, we allow real riders with real stories to share their gift. So hopefully this episode will intrigue, enhance or inspire you. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Morning. Yes, we're back with another episode, another rider. Today we are honoured to have a lady who is in there. I'll tell you what, I will let her introduce herself about what she does. Her name's Tamara. She's a lovely lady and she's very helpful for families and corporate companies. So nice to have you here today, Tamara.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us, what is your job title, what's a typical day and how did you get into the job, please?
So, my job title is Guestservices Teamleader. Typical day is dealing with a busy inbox of clients who are in-house, staying with us all over the world. Could be anywhere, London to New York to Singapore, Hong Kong, and we're dealing with all their issues while they're staying with us temporarily till they find their permanent accommodation or till they move on. So it could be dealing with anything, from like Wi-Fi to housekeeping to someone that doesn't like their apartment and wants to move out. It could be literally anything.
When these people who are moving, they're all assigned to corporate companies, is that right?
Yeah, primarily we deal with mainly corporate companies, yeah.
Okay, so what are they, engineers, software people?
Engineers, bankers.
Okay. What are the usual complaints that they have? Like you said, I noticed that you said if they don't like their apartment.
Yes, so it really could be anything. No day is the same. So typical complaints, I would say probably those maybe coming from, say, the Middle East, where they're used to aircon, coming to London, and there's no aircon. And, they're having a meltdown, or they want to move out, or they want to move to somewhere with aircon, and it's obviously trying to explain to them, in London, typically most of these apartment blocks don't have aircon unless they're going to like the 5-star ones, which are super expensive. So obviously we will try and do our best for the clients, but we can't put aircon, into apartments if they're not there, Do
you ask them is it a case that they really need aircon in this climate? Or is it they're accustomed to it?
I think they're just accustomed to it. A lot of it is that, they've had, whatever lifestyle they've had in wherever they're from originally, and they're going to another country. Sometimes they haven't been here. Sometimes it's their first time. They're travelling with their kids or their family. So they're looking for guidance as well in terms of, I guess, what's the norm here, what to expect, but also, we want to try and make them comfortable. So sometimes we have to move them. Sometimes I just have to like it and lump it because there's no other options, especially if it's a remote location or something, because they're not always big cities they're going to. It could be, small little towns in the middle of nowhere,
Okay.
So, yeah, it really does vary. Aircon's one, Wi-Fi. So Wi-Fi's a major one. If it's not fast enough, there's complaints, again, with the smaller areas, the smaller remote places. Sometimes, the Wi-Fi is not like it is, in London and whatnot. So, get those kind of complaints,
Is it, has that business died down since COVID then?
Oh, yes, yeah, we've, I guess we've only just started to I'm not even saying get back to normal because we're not back to normal, but it is picking up, definitely, I would say this side of the year. Obviously, when it hit, we had a lot of clients that were in-house, just moving out, trying to get home, because, they were in another country and they had to get back, or they were maybe away for work and they couldn't get back to their temporary accommodation. So we were busy in that sense, either, trying to get guests' belongings back home, relocating their belongings back to them, wherever they are, and also, dealing with, I guess, like cancellations and, trying to get charges waived, and, definitely we've picked up now. Business has increased. A lot more companies are travelling. Obviously, there's still restrictions and everything, but yeah, it's definitely picked up now.
How long have you been in this job, and what motivates you to stay in the industry?
I've been, actually, I was talking about this yesterday. I've been at the company over 10 years now. And I've been moved through different departments there. Like reservations, administration kind of thing. And, I think every day is different, and I like helping people. I like trying to solve a problem and, trying to make people comfortable, make sure they have everything they want, I just want to make sure, because these people are coming from all over the world, and, it can be quite challenging and difficult and a bit daunting, I guess, if you're going to a country you're not familiar with. You know you're staying, but you don't even know where the nearest supermarket is. And it's just helping them out and just trying to make their life, I guess, a little bit easier.
I take it they get a package prior to moving, where those kind of things, from supermarkets to the hospital and to all those things, are listed on that package.
Yeah, so so usually, sometimes it's there when they arrive. We try and give as much information as we can prior to arrival, so they have it there. But most of it is when they arrive. They'll have like a welcome packet or something, in the apartment, showing them how to use everything, the nearest hospital, doctors, gym, etc. Just trying to get them, sorted. But, we talk to their guests. Sometimes they can't find it. Sometimes they just want to, they have other questions that are not answered in the booklet or whatever. So, they'll email us, phone us, and, we'll try and help them. We're based in London, but our clients are in all other locations across the world, so we do have to work with our partners over there, obviously, to get that information, like if they're in Spain or something, or an area that we're not actually there. So we do have to connect with our partners over there to get the information, to pass it on to the guests.
Okay, that's good. What would you say you've learned that you wish you knew when you started in this industry?
What do I?
Yeah, what would you say you have learned? So now that you wish you knew when you had started in this industry.
I guess that I'd like to think I'd like to say, I guess it's a 9 to 5 job, but it really isn't, because it's about, I guess, being flexible. It's not about just, finishing at 5:30, walking out the door. If there's an issue or a complaint or something, I can't just up and go. I have to, stay and try and resolve it, to the best of my ability. So that can mean staying on, an extra 2 hours. So, or whatever, it takes to get the job done. So I guess it's, having that flexibility and, understanding that, as much as, we are in an office and everything, it is hands-on, and, and having that, flexibility to be, accommodating to our clients.
Okay. Qualifications-wise, what qualifications are needed to be able to do your job?
You know what? No official qualifications. I think it's being that kind of person. Because I don't think everyone can deal with complaints, issues, and like the guest services side of it. I think it takes a person that's quite patient. You have to have patience. If you don't have patience, or empathy, compassion, as much as some people can be frustrating, it's about rising above it and just always being professional and doing your best for the client. So if you're that kind of person,
Okay. Well, you've been a great guest.
Oh, thank you.
Well, my last question to you is, what's the impact you want to have in the world, and what does the future hold for tomorrow?
What impact do I want to have on the world? Gosh, that's a hard question. What does the future have for tomorrow? Honestly, I think to see more of the world. I think with COVID and everything that's gone on, I'm a travel person. I love to get away and do things, and I think if anything it's taught me, life is too short and I just want to do more of what I love, and without thinking about it, and just do it. Like, forget about any kind of things that could hold you back, and insecurities and whatever it is, and just go for it, because life is too short. I mean, not just through COVID, but other experiences have taught me that we're not going to be around forever, and we don't know when our last day is. So if you want to do something, just do it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. The reason why I asked you what's the impact you want to have in the world, because some people may say your impact you want to have on the world, which can change, is your ultimate goal. So everything you do in life should be in line with the ultimate goal.
Right.
Do you see the science behind that?
I think so.
Okay. So let's say I want to be a bus driver. Everything I do, that's my ultimate goal.
Yeah.
Everything I do should complement or should be helping me towards being a bus driver. So let's say exercise, eating healthy, courses I take. Will this help me on my journey to becoming a bus driver? Do you understand?
Yeah.
Even networking. There's no point in networking about computers, because I don't need to understand computers to drive a bus.
Yeah.
But it would be good to network maybe on driving courses. Are you with me?
Yeah.
So what your ultimate goal is will be in line with everything else you want to do.
Yeah, my ultimate goal, I think it would just, just to be happy in what I do in all aspects of my life, whether it be professionally, family, friends, emotion. I just See,
and that comes in line with your idea of travelling, because travelling makes you happy.
Yeah, it does.
See that now?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, great having you.
Thank you.
And we wish you well.
Thank you very much.
We hope you liked that Taxi Chronicles interview. Don't forget to share and subscribe to get the latest episode. Ever considered investing in the continent with the fastest growing economies and population on Earth? The same continent that holds 30% of the world's known natural resources. Listen to our sister podcast, Africa Investor Stories, where you hear real investors with real stories from around the world share their experience of investing in Africa. We post Monday and Thursday at 10 a.m. British Standard Time.